Yeah, another thing as well about kind of who went to what brand. Battleground was what?
Oh,
A month away from the brand split.
that was such a good.
It was a good pay-per-view that as well, wasn't it?
That was the best match of the year for me. The
Owens
and Zayn match, mate.
Yeah.
Absolutely sensational.
Was booked as the
End.
end of their feud, like at least for a year, you would have thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then a month later, they get drafted to the same.
Yeah.
They get drafted, to the same brand, and you're like, that was a prime opportunity to keep Owens on Raw.
Yeah.
Zayn on SmackDown.
And Zayn would have had an awesome feud with AJ, Ambrose, Ziggler. Him and Ziggler could have had.
That'd be absolutely superb.
Two dudes that use kicks.
Yeah, and the selling.
Oh, they could.
I mean, he can sell as well. I mean, obviously Ziggler's the first person you think when you think of selling in the WWE.
Yeah.
But Sami Zayn as well. Like when they do these stories where
he's been selling. I know, like it's not hard to sell Strowman kicking the crap out of you, but he's selling that good. Even with his feud with Samoa Joe currently, it's not massive yet, but he's selling the crap out.
Yeah, and he's always good at selling a body part as well.
Yeah.
Like throughout a match, if someone works his shoulder,
he never
sell
forgets
it so well.
which shoulder as well. That's something I can't stand. Is if they 1 minute holding this, next time they get up, wrong shoulder.
So yeah, he's absolutely superb at that. But yeah, the fact that they weren't drafted away, you thought, and then they could have been put into their at Survivor Series.
Yes.
They could have had like a little moment in Survivor Series where they were against each other again, and maybe they didn't fight as much as we would have wanted them to, but then they teased towards something in the future.
Also, with the brand split, they ruined Survivor Series for me.
Why was that?
Why did they need so many 5-on-5 classic Survivor Series matches?
Yeah.
The women's one was pony, no offence.
No, it wasn't very good
women
at all.
wrestlers. It was crap.
The tag team one was surprisingly good though.
I think the tag team was probably one of the better ones because we all know James Ellsworth got involved with the blokes 5-on-5, and the fact that he could hold Strowman's leg and stop him from getting in the ring, but couldn't stop him from putting him through a table.
What would have been more realistic in that situation, right? If Strowman just lifted his leg up, right, and then he still had his arms attached to it. Yeah, you know, like Lego men. You know, like Lego men when their arms come off and they just look like that. Yeah,
and then actually realise he's getting into the ring. Oh, he kicked him up.
Yeah, I did like the way the men's one was booked. And the way it was like, it went for a good 45-50 minutes.
And the Shield reunion.
The Shield reunion was a good moment.
I said Survivor Series was crap. I did just forget about the Shield reunion. And the Shield reunion... it's not a reunion. The Shield... Dean Ambrose got annoyed at SmackDown, so he did what he does best. He was a lunatic.
Yeah, turn Dean serious. But that's, again, that might be another video for another day. Yeah. But... and they made as much sense as you could, considering they were on different brands. He was pissed off with AJ at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a cool moment. And then, what's his face? Randy Orton taking the spear for Bray Wyatt was a good moment.
Was that Survivor Series?
Yeah. So he took a spear off Randy.
Yeah, he did. I'm thinking of SummerSlam where he had the worst match of his career, but
yeah. But yeah, it was things like this that made it.
It was good. I take back what I initially said around Survivor Series. It was okay, but they didn't need that many traditional Survivor Series matches. It just ruined it. What was the other match? Ziggler and Miz. I think that was one of the highlights for me. Was that one of the matches?
Was that Survivor Series? I can't remember the order of what No Mercy was and things like that. But yeah, back to, because I feel like we've spoken about SmackDown quite a lot. So more on Raw.
Okay.
A lot of the good technical wrestlers, the big future guys like Seth Rollins, who is going to be...
He's a now guy. I'm sorry. what you just said. He's a no guy.
What I mean by future is
he's got a big future.
There's a big difference between Rollins and John Cena in the respect that John Cena, Randy Orton, they're in the twilight of their career, whereas Seth Rollins, because they're in their 30s now, late 30s.
Yeah.
Whereas Rollins is still quite young.
He's 29, I think he is.
29, 30, something like that, it must be, yeah. Whereas, you've got them...
No, I know what you're saying.
New Day is still quite new, except Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, he's
proper old.
Yeah.
It's got a few of the younger, more up and coming people, I'd say. The more promising people, though.
Okay, I understand what you're saying there. Now, the one thing about Raw I don't like. Okay, well, there's three things about three things about Raw I don't like. Now, I'll come on to the other two later, but one of them is when they just roll out the Big Show or Mark Henry just for a filler. Like you say about established stars, forget them, get them out. Not get them out, but you could have. I just think
Yeah, I know what you mean.
If you want someone to go against Strowman, have him have a feud with Rusev. I'd love to see that.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Or big cast, but get big cast to wrestle properly and sell. That would be nice.
I see where you're coming from with that. At the same time, I think the way they've used Strowman versus Mark Henry and then the Big Show, I think they've done it fairly well. I think it was good. They've used the big guys from the past to get over a big guy from the future. Because he won against both Mark Henry and Big Show.
But they're not relevant anymore. 7 months ago, 8 months ago, we heard... No, I think it was a year ago, almost. We heard that Big Show was wrestling... Was it Shaquille O'Neal?
Shaquille O'Neal, yeah.
Then we heard nothing for months. And then he's got this toned-ass body, which... Well done, Big Show.
Yeah, he's looking trim.
But at the same time... The thing with me in wrestling, and I think I've talked to you about this before, is if you can get me to buy into your storyline, I'm hooked. With Kevin Owens and Jericho. Mate, what a storyline.
Yeah, true. I
need to buy into it.
Yeah. I think back to kind of the telling stories. SmackDown have a lot more smaller but they have more of them.
Yeah,
they're smaller but more of them stories that are really good and really well told. And then Raw has a few big ones.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins.
No, I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Seth Rollins, Triple H.
Yeah.
Feud. That's a slow builder, and it's unfortunately he's been injured.
Has he?
Leading up to it. Debatable. I think he has, personally.
I don't.
And what was the other one that you just mentioned? Yeah, Jericho Owens was brilliant.
Jericho Owens and the big dog, Mr.
He's in everything.
Can't really do that well. But yeah. You from the start, right? From the start, you knew that it was going to be. It was never going to end well for them two because both of them have double crossed so many people.
Yeah,
it's just what they do.
Two absolutely reprehensible heels that everyone loves somehow. I don't know how you can be such a scumbag and people love you so much. They do it so well.
I just like the fact that Chris Jericho can get anything over. He can get over a pen, a list, a sexy pinata in a cage.
Yeah.
What? Scarves? Mate, he can get anything over that geezer. I just got the massive amount of respect for the Lionheart.
Yeah, no, he was amazing. Absolute beast of a man in the way of just so much charisma.
Even though he's got a dad bod now.
He does have a bit of a dad bod, yeah. Yeah, he's not a beast of a man that way.
No, this way.
This way, yeah. Up there, he's... And I don't know if it's just something that comes with age. Confidence and age. He's done it for so long as well, hasn't he? But he's always been good.
Let's face it, all of us want to make the list.
Yeah, I'd love to make the list.
Yeah.
Twisted topics. You just made the list.
Yeah. I have sent emails to Jodie with his name on the list, but it was photoshopped, so...
yeah. I still believed it, though. I sold it as if it were real. Yeah, so you've got, they in the way of, if you look at it from a talent point of view, Raw won the brand split.
Yeah.
And, maybe they should. They're the biggest show. It's the one that more people tune into, I'd imagine.
I think after... I think it was after one of the pay-per-view, I can't remember which one it was, SmackDown won the ratings for the first time.
Oh, amazing.
But then they've not won it since. So.
Yeah, I mean... I don't know where I was going with that.
Well, as Geordie's just had a brain fart, I'm going to go into the second thing I don't like about Raw. Cruiserweights.
Yes.
Now, as you can all see, this is the Gentleman Jack's brother.
Gentleman Jack Gallagher.
Sorry.
Why don't they just call him Gallagher?
Yeah.
Gallagher.
Or the Gent.
Who calls themselves... Oh, the Gent.
You know what I mean? The Gent. Now...
Jack the Gent.
I may go on a little bit of rant, and I do apologise for this, but why, at the Rumble, did he do a Mary Poppins off the rope? You could clearly see, as well, Jericho twiddling the frigging umbrella underneath him like that.
It made for quite a funny moment, but the whole... we're British, so we're dead posh thing.
We're not posh.
You know we're not all like that. You know we're not.
He's a bit posher than me, but I'm not posh.
But you're northern.
Yeah. In America, that isn't a...
Fair enough. But I like the whole Neville...
Oh, Neville's amazing.
Gallagher thing. Yeah, he's English, but he doesn't make a big thing of it.
No, and he tells Jack, and like the whole smacking people with a glove, come on. WWE, stop using your 1500s, no, is it 1700s, like post revolution against the UK, if that's how we all are now. You've come along since then because you are all British, let's face it.
Yeah.
We're not like, I wouldn't, if you had a beef with Jordy, I wouldn't go up to him with a glove and go, how dare you?
No, if anything, we'd probably just be really passive aggressive towards each other because that's what British people do.
Yeah.
They
sarcastic.
They're very sarcastic. Yeah, they just
rip the shit out of you. Bants, bants as it's now called. You're bent to the band team.
Banter or bullying, as it's more traditionally called. Yeah.
You become Bantam Deck.
Yeah, but I like the way that kind of Neville said, "You're just a stereotype."
Yeah, which is true.
And it's, because I don't know anyone like that personally.
If I did, I wouldn't want to know him. No offence.
Me, Neville. No, I don't know. Would get tiring quickly, wouldn't it? Or if they constantly added tea and crumpets for me, I wouldn't complain either, though. But, oh, cheers, man. What'd you get? Yeah, Cruiserweights, you're right. It's dead in the water.
If you're going to give it its own show, leave it there. The Cruiserweight Classic was brilliant because it was its own entity. The fact you're pushing it, you're not putting it, they're actually pushing it into the story when it's just like, you should have let Neville in there to start with. Neville should have been part of it. You put him in there to try and get it over and it's still not working. And I think Neville's going to look bad from this.
Yeah.
Who else could go into it from the thing? I like the fact they brought Tajiri back.
Tajiri back, yeah. He hasn't really done much. And I don't think we've seen him on the main roster yet.
No.
He was in the Cruiserweight Classic. I think he's been on an episode or two of 205 Live. I don't watch it though, I'm not going to lie.
I don't either.
It just not interest me whatsoever.
I'm not going to lie, when he comes on and you've got, what's his name, the Scottish bloke?
Noam
Dar.
Yeah.
And Alicia Fox.
Alicia Fox.
I fast forward.
Yeah.
Or I go and make a cup of tea, as us English people do.
Yeah, I do like a cup of that.
Yeah.
But
green tea.
I'd like English breakfast more, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I know, because you drink on mine, but whatever.
Yeah, so they're dead in the water. Why is Raw a 3-hour show?
Yeah.
And a good half an hour, maybe more, is dedicated to the Cruiserweights, where the crowd zone out.
Yeah.
I zone out or skip it entirely.
Yep. I think they're going to zone out watching this bit because
because we're talking about cruiserweight. So people this when they start looking at their phones like, and I don't blame you.
Yeah.
It bores me talking about it.
Purple ropes come on, which for the crowd they probably have to watch someone change the ropes. So it breaks the illusion of wrestling entirely, doesn't it? Kayfabe gone. Yeah. I just don't. Yeah, I agree. Just give it. Like you got 205 show for it. Give it its own show. Put it on a different day from SmackDown. Yeah. Don't kind of like you putting 205 on there to just be on episode. Kind of like you putting 205 on there just to be the show after SmackDown to watch. Just because it's like you said.
Raw's 3 hours, SmackDown's 2. You put 205, it's 3. So there's people watching for 3 hours. Watching wrestling for 3 hours on Tuesday.
And I've heard as well from a few different places that when 205 just about to begin, because it is on just after SmackDown, 205 live, people just walk out.
It's bad, isn't it?
Yeah, you've paid for your ticket, and you feel that you've got enough after SmackDown. I mean, me being tight,
I'd watch the whole thing.
I'd watch the whole thing just because I paid for
watch it. That's British
That's
stereotype. I paid for something.
I'm getting my money's worth. Yeah, working class mentality. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
And I've only ever been to one wrestling event. We went to one in Guildhall.
Yeah.
In Portsmouth, where we're from. We went to a local venue and watched.
From up north, and not from Portsmouth.
Well, where we live, shall I say then? Revolution Pro Wrestling, which is a British indie promotion who put on a great show. We really enjoyed it.
We saw Trent Seven.
Mustache Mountain, who's been on NXT and the UK tournament on WWE as well.
We even got pictures of ourselves with that beaut.
Yeah, before we knew him. So that was the first time we met him.
Don't know, I haven't got anything to do that with. So.
Yeah. I don't have much for mustache. But yeah, it was so cool to see something new. Never seen British wrestling before either. Hadn't, with the exception of people like William Regal.
Yeah.
But
no. I know WCPW.
I saw the first episode of that. I haven't watched much more of it since. I've been meaning to. It looks good.
Don't apologise, mate. Again, British stereotype.
Yeah, no, we apologise a lot. Sorry about that.
Let's get back on a roll, mate. Let's get back on.
We've not spoken a terrible lot about the brand split since we started.
Well, one thing about the brand split, I think that SmackDown have done beautifully. Even though JBL's on there, the commentating team is much better on SmackDown. It is. Like, Raw, Corey Graves just fuck off.
Yeah, this is actually a really unpopular opinion that I didn't agree with at first with you, Sean. But as time has gone on, it's annoyed me. Firstly, across all brands, SmackDown especially at the moment, why do you need 3 commentators or more?
Yeah.
NXT have even started doing it, and it's so annoying.
I understand, right, why they brought what's his face into Tom Phillips.
Tom Phillips, yeah.
So I understand why they brought Tom Phillips in with Moro
Ronaldo,
the Italian bloke that always goes "Mamma mia."
Mamma mia.
Because JBL and David Tonga are shit.
Unpopular opinion in general. I quite like JBL.
No.
David Tonga's shit in general. Yeah. There's no two ways about that.
Completely bullshit of a character, and has absolutely nothing to say, barring useless dribble.
Yeah.
JBL, I say he's crap in the sense of he doesn't wrestling. He played the bad guy really well.
So well.
Like you hated him.
I did as a child.
Hated him.
I hated him. Yeah. Like I didn't really see him in his APA days with Farouk.
No, he was brilliant. I loved him bits.
Yeah, I heard really good things about him. But as a heel, looking back now, back in the Ruthless Aggression era, like when he took on Eddie Guerrero.
No, what a match.
People like that. Rey Mysterio for a bit as well. People like that.
When he played the
racist. I loved him. When he played, probably is in real life too. Sorry, JBL. Probably shouldn't say that. That's like libel or something, isn't it?
It's not. It's our opinions. It doesn't matter.
It's not even that. I'm just speculating. He's probably a lovely bloke. Although I've heard he's a massive bully too. But that's it from Twisted Heel this week.
Yeah. Don't know why I completely paused there.
Yeah, we just started having another debate after we did an outro.
Yeah. So again, like, share, subscribe, and for the outro, Jordy, can you do me a favour? Can you do your impression of any wrestler Brian Bray Wyatt, please? Like Chris Jericho.
Every time I do an impression of anyone, it just sounds like Bray Wyatt.
Do it, man.
Drink it in, man. See, actually, I did an alright Jericho there, but it always comes out sounding like.
Do a short promo with Chris Jericho.
No, I can't. Anyway, see you later, guys. That's it from Twitter this week. Thanks ever so much. Take it easy.